Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so much for being here and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, leave me a comment if the message resonates. I really appreciate all the interaction. It really helps push my channel out there. So thank you for doing that. I'm going to do a check-in with you and your person today. So this is a love reading. We're going to do your energy, their energy, and then see where you are in the relationship, and then we will pull to see what you don't see coming. I'm going to pull a couple of these oracle cards, get a general feel for what's going on, and then I did bring out additional oracle that we can pull at the end. And then, as always, I have my initials and zodiac signs for the end. So let's get into your message. We have King, Divine Masculine. High Priestess, Expanding Consciousness. Interesting. Okay. So I will read those at the end. We're going to go ahead and get into the tarot. And then we'll pull additional oracle like throughout or maybe at the end. Whatever I feel called to do is what I'll do. And I did set the intention with Spirit that whatever message comes out is the one that you need to hear. So I hope you guys are doing awesome. Thank you again for all of the support. I've loved watching my community grow, and being able to give messages has been like a huge dream of mine. So thank you for helping me with that. So in your energy, we have the Five of Cups, Temperance, and Judgment. Wow. Okay. In your person's energy, we have the Magician, the Tower, and the Four of Pentacles. Overall, we have the Lovers, the Chariot, and the Three of Pentacles. Underneath, we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is very, it is your sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this could be you just standing strong, kind of getting your power back here. So she is very good with communication. She's very truthful, very honest. She is very logical and very, the queens are always the more intuitive because it is the feminine energy. And you can be a masculine and still be watching this. That masculine card did come out, but this is just the energy that you're embodying right now. And I feel like this is just kind of you standing in your power, finding that power again, maybe after there was some loss here, because we do have the Five of Cups in your energy. And the Five of Cups is about like grief and loss. It's kind of focusing on what is lost here, but you need to see what you have coming in here and realize that things are lost for a reason because there's new that wants to come in. And then we have the Temperance card, which is about balance. It is the Sagittarius card, but it's, the Archangel, and it's about balance. And this Archangel has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground here, and it's about calm, patience, just kind of alchemizing this energy. And then we have the Judgment, which is kind of like a rebirth and a new beginning. So I feel like that's where that rebirth and that new beginning came in for you. I feel like this is just you, again, stepping into your Queen of Swords energy and empowering yourself here and stepping more into your energy, maybe getting back to yourself after some loss. In your person's energy, we have the Magician. And the Magician is, the Magician manifests everything that they want. It's the Master Manifestor card. And the Magician has all of the tools that he or she needs to move forward in a situation. And I feel like they took some action here. I can never get these cards off this table. I got to get a cloth. But then the cloth gets bunched up. It's a pain. Anyway, you don't care. But I feel like they took some action, which led to a tower moment here. And so they could be holding back. The Four of Pentacles is about stability, but it's also about holding back. So it could have affected their stability, this tower moment, and that could be why they're holding back. Maybe they are trying to recalibrate or rebalance themselves, but I feel like there was a tower moment that had to do with their stability. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to do with money just because it's the Pentacles card. This could be there was a tower moment in their home, a tower moment in their job, whatever that stability is for them. And you may know, if you know this person, this could be somebody you do know or somebody that hasn't come into your energy yet, but it's somebody that Spirit is bringing to you. So I feel like, yeah, they're definitely, it had something to do with their stability, some kind of tower moment. Maybe they lost a house, maybe they lost a job or a relationship. They took some sort of action which led to that Tower moment for them. So the energy of the relationship, we have the Lovers, which is union. It is like a soulmate card. And then we have the Chariot, which is forward movement, and the Three of Pentacles, which is teamwork and collaboration and building. So I definitely feel like there is forward movement in this connection, and you will be building together. That's a really good energy to be in. But this is definitely somebody that would be a good partner for you. What do they not see coming, Spirit? What do they not see coming? Haha, I love it. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups, which is options. It is like wishes coming in. It can be illusions, like with the fog and the cups, so like don't be disillusioned here, or don't like lose yourself in the fog. But I feel like, see how each cup is holding something different? I feel like this just kind of opens you up to all of these options and all of these things. Once you guys come together, it kind of opens up all of these options for you. And then we have the Sun and we have the Star. So I feel like this is just going to be very joyful and very healing. The Star is, again, a soulmate energy. You have the Lovers and the Star here. So I feel like this is a soulmate coming in for you. I've had a lot of that recently in the collective readings. I feel like a lot of soulmates are coming together, or a lot of soul bonds. And it doesn't even have to be, like a love partner. This can just be whatever soulmate you have been calling in for yourself. Love can be any type of relationship. Maybe you're calling in your ideal business partner, or your ideal, pet or animal, whatever that situation is for you. But this is a very joyful and healing energy, because the Star is all about like renewing that hope, but it's also a very healing partnership. So I really feel like this is going to open you up to a lot of different things, and it's going to be a lot of fun and really healing. And then with the Sun and the Star together, that always makes me think, like, because this is a healing card, like the Sun is just very healing in itself. When you get sunshine, it's just very good for you. So I'm just getting very healing energy. Like spiritually, emotionally, it's just going to be very healing. So what do they need to focus on, Spirit? What does Gemini need to focus on? Okay, so follow your heart, stay grounded, and maybe communicate. Maybe you haven't been, good with communication in the past. So you kind of just need to be open and communicative. So the Knight of Cups is about following your heart, and it's about opening up to your intuition. And then the King of Pentacles is this grounded, stable energy. So you could be dealing with a King of Pentacles, but this is like what you need to focus on. This is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. But this is just he is very grounded, stable, very, he's just really, grounded and stable. Like, I don't know how else to describe the King of Pentacles. He's a very good leader. So I feel like this is, maybe you just need to, stay grounded, focus on your stability here, focus on what you've been doing, because you do have a lot of growth there in your area. But I feel like you just kind of need to, be open and communicate. And that can be communicate with this person once you come together, or, maybe just work on your progress that you have been working on here. So let's see. Pull a couple of these oracle cards. Yeah, I really love that, but I definitely feel like you should follow your heart here. Especially if that's with this person, once they come in, or once you two are together, if you're not already together. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. So we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then you had that Sun card. So find that inner joy. What makes your heart happy? Your intuition, creativity, play. And then it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive all the highest energy. I love that. Yeah, this is also about being open. while being grounded and stable and, just sit in that really good, playful, happy energy. I love that. So let's see. I will read those first 2 oracle cards that came out. I just wanted to grab a couple of others. The one is about divine masculine, and then the other is about expanding consciousness, which I feel like is what you're doing. It's the high priestess card. And I feel like with this temperance, like you're kind of alchemizing right now and going through a rebirth and kind of finding yourself, and you're expanding your consciousness. So I love that for you. That's really amazing energy. Reevaluation. Reconsider the role you want to play in the situation in order to avoid disappointment. Chemistry. There's a very strong energy that draws you towards one another. Let's see, grab a couple of these. I'll do initials and zodiac signs at the end. And I do those just for fun. I wouldn't get hung up on zodiac signs and initials. We have the butterfly, relationship evolving, the next phase, healing the inner child growth. Yeah, I always see that when I look at the sun card, because it's all about joy, happiness, growth, abundance. And then you have this child. And to me, that's like when you heal your inner child and heal traumas, that really opens you up. But that's that one that came out. And then we have hand of cards. Take a chance, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. So maybe you need to take a chance on this. Again, it'll resonate differently for each of you. So I'm going to go ahead and read these. King is number 77, which is that divine masculine energy. When the king appears, it indicates your reverence for higher wisdom that is found within. You are aligning with your truth while balancing your emotions. This step gives you confidence to show up in life, demonstrating both strength and emotional stability, because you have learned how to get out of your own way and rise above karmic limitations. This card suggests that you create a space for your divine masculine partnership by taking personal responsibility and ownership of your destiny. Now is the time to fulfill your greatest potential. If you want your divine masculine to show up and speak up for you, then you need to become the supportive partner that you desire. Focus on letting go of any residual need to control situations or outcomes. Practice habits that demonstrate your trust in yourself, your abilities, and unfolding process of your ascension journey. This empowers the divine masculine in your twin flame dynamic so that they can find the courage to take action and support you in the process, helping you both build inner confidence as you go forward. So if you resonate with these are twin flame cards, if you resonate with that type of energy, and you want to call in that divine masculine, that's the energy to focus on. But you don't have to be on the twin flame journey. Let's see. And then 1010 was the high priestess, expanding consciousness. When the high priestess makes an appearance, it is a sign that you are evaluating and elevating into higher dimensions of awareness. You are open, ready, and willing to embrace the divine presence as you align with pure love and light. Your trust in your heart and your experience oneness with the universe consciousness, because you have mastered the ability to reconnect with your source energy found within. You're experiencing life after death and creating a new identity. This clean slate affords you the opportunity to create endless possibilities. Choose to let go of any remaining limitations and open yourself up to the idea of infinite abundance. Trusting yourself helps you make solid decisions that align with your strong intuition. This elevated consciousness enhances your ability to embody your greatest potential because you stand up for your truth. You're viewing things from a higher perspective. This heightened awareness shifts your limiting beliefs beyond your perceived illusions as you rise up to your highest creative abilities, allowing you to create a more fulfilling life. I love that. That's definitely what you're going through with that temperance and that judgment, that just calling in that higher consciousness for yourself. That's really amazing, Gemini. I love that. So let's get some initials. We have O, N, B, S, D, like dog, L, G. We have Virgo energy, and we have Capricorn energy. Again, these are just for fun. Don't get hung up on the signs and initials because we have like all signs out here. So I hope that this message resonates, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.